Hi, lovies. Welcome to PT Kids. We are at Park Terrace United Methodist Church, 50 Glann Road, Appalachian, New York. Okay, let's revisit our October memory verse. So do not fear, for I am with you, for I am your God. We're going to talk about David and what a brave boy he is. Take a look at this picture. What do you see in this picture? What do you notice about the sky and what's in it and who is in it? How do you think this boy feels in this picture? Do you think he's happy, mad, sad? Look at his face and you can kind of tell. What do you think his job is? What kind of person do you think he is? Do you think he's a kind person? Let's find out. Once there was a boy named David who was a shepherd. David was chosen by God to do great work. He came from a very big family and they were Israelites. In the land where David lived were also people called Philistines. The Philistines did not like the Israelites, and they were at war with each other. So here's a picture of David's father. How do you think he feels? What does the look on his face tell you? Let's learn a little bit more about both David and his father. One very large Philistine man named Goliath was a giant. David's father was very worried about the giant Goliath, because his other sons were fighting in the war. He knew there must be a way to help his sons. So he was worried about his sons. They were fighting against Goliath in the war. So David set off to check on his brothers. When David got to the Philistines' camp, he saw Goliath. Goliath was shouting and making fun of the Israelites. He was covered from head to toe with heavy armor. David was surprised that no one would fight Goliath. They were all too afraid. What do you think David thought? Do you think he was afraid? David asked the men in the army, "Isn't someone going to stand up to this man?" They didn't answer him. He said, "Then I will fight this giant Philistine. Look how big he is. He's huge." The king told David that he was too small to fight a giant, but David said to Saul, "I have had to fight lions and bears to protect my father's sheep. God helped keep me safe then, and he will help keep me safe now." Can you imagine fighting one of those two? David even told the king he didn't want any heavy armor. David only wanted 5 stones and a sling. He would have God on his side. Then David went out to fight the giant Goliath. David said to him without fear, "You fight with a sword, and I come with God on my side, and today everyone will know that there is one true God in this land." Reaching into his pouch, he pulled out a stone, put it into a slingshot, and shot it at Goliath. The stone had hit him right between his eyes, and suddenly Goliath started to lose his balance. Look at the difference in size between the two of them. Goliath fell with a loud thud right on his face. David had done it. He beat the giant Philistine. He showed he wasn't afraid as long as he had God on his side. When the rest of the Philistines saw this, they ran away, and David became a hero to all the people in Israel. All right, let's talk about what we just read. What job did little David do? What was his job in the very first picture? What do you think it was? He was a shepherd. And what was the name of the giant that David confronted? Do you remember? It was Goliath. What exactly is a giant? Giant is a very large, tall person. Very, very much taller than anybody you probably know. Why was Goliath bad? Because he made fun of God's people, the Israelites. That's not very nice. What did David do to help the Israelites? He fought Goliath. What did people tell David when he wanted to fight Goliath? Do you remember? Did they think he could do it? No, they told him he was too small. Even the king told him he was too small. Did David wear armor when he fought Goliath? No, he said he had someone else on his side. Why did he tell him he did not want armor? Because God was on his side. What did David kill Goliath with? Do you remember what he got out of his pouch? 1 stone from his sling. And the last question, why didn't David have to be afraid? He had God on his side. Do you think if you have God on your side, you have to be afraid? You don't. Okay, let's look at a couple crafts you can do to go along with this story. The first one is called David's slingshot. You need 3 popsicle sticks, string or pipe cleaner, puffballs, and glue. And you can see right from the picture how easy that is to make, but it looks so neat. The other one is you can make your very own bag. So get 5 of your own stones, write these words on them with a Sharpie marker, and label a bag with your name, and you have your very own bag of stones like David. All right, nice job. I hope your week is fabulous.